Recording in progress.
Hi, hello, and welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate. Perhaps it's an open reading, since I know a little bit about what we're going to be talking about. I woke up earlier and I heard, it's a little silly, but I heard Psalmsy Wamsy. And to me, that just means, oh, okay, it's a Bible verse morning. And when I asked about what was going on, I heard 19. So it's interesting because I mean, I spend a lot of time with the Bible. It's just a personal thing. And actually, I mean, I read all the Bible and I have like a plan to work through the Bible every year. It's like a structure. And I just reread it. It's like those who are in recovery, you redo the steps and then you take a break and then you redo them again. So, like, I'm always reading Psalms and Proverbs, and it's a triangulation. There's always another book that I'm triangulating as I just go through the entire Bible. So basically, I'm always spending time, I'm sitting with four different books, but there's three mainstays that I like go deep and heavy into. So Psalms is one of them. I always ping pong between Psalms and Proverbs. I do Psalms in the morning, I do Proverbs at night, in the middle of the day when I take my break. I'll do a third book. It's usually Luke, Revelations, John's, Judges, and then or the first five books. Really, I call that the Book of David, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. So, like I said, I have my little triangulation pattern, and then the fourth book, which whatever. So, Psalms, I went right to Psalms, and when it said 19, it brought me to this. I am a stranger in the earth, hide not thy commandments from me. It goes on to say, my soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto thy judgment at all times. What I've been working with, and it's been reiterated to me and reiterated to me, and it's been sent to me and sent to me, and it's just come in all different kinds of ways. It's like, how do you get to the number four? Well, 1 + 3 = 4, 2 + 2 = 4, 13 - 9 = 4, 22 - 18 = 4. How do you get to the number four? So, guided by faith, not by sight. That's basically what's been reiterated and 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 reiterated. You hear what I'm saying? So that's what that meant to me. In the absence of all evidence, therein lies faith. That's actually the specific sentence I've been working with. Every year I renew some of my licenses, and so that I'm working with that this week because I'm spending a lot of time in the secular world, and that's basically what I wanted to do this reading on. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I wasn't planning on coming to the table because, to be honest, like I have a little lull right now in the work. It's only going to last for a few days, so I'm going to take that time to do some of my other projects. So, if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Vertex of Abundance is the Galactic Temple of Ascendance, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. Go ahead and smash that like button. If anything resonates deeply with you, you're free to comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. It is an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for giving me the honor to do so. If anything jumps out or you need to, help yourself to anything, you can always check the description box, the about section, the show notes, depending on where you're coming and viewing. And if you're on another platform, you might have to click through to the video. We'll be deliberating the findings from Los Garabayo's daily oracle called Vila Sibila. That's for the combinatory or corresponding energy. If there's any pairings, we'll be using either the Cosmic Coven Minor Arcana by Lillian Lazenby or the Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. Lillian Lazenby is the illustrator of this deck, or the creator of this deck, the writer. They're the one who came up with the concept idea. But the publisher is Ripe Avocado. It's written by Lillian Lansbury. It's illustrated by Mercy Morgana. Those are some witch names, yo. And then I know this is just the minor arcana because the way the deck is calibrated, but we'll be using the full tarot deck from This Might Happen Tarot, and this is what we'll be using as the basis of the reading. So we're actually imposing the guidance from the This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. Everything else will be clarified through those other decks that I mentioned. Let's begin. We have the Page of Pentacles. So that's having some kind of receipt. This is also studying, but it's specifically actually being ready to study, being ready to receive, being ready to have or receive some transmission. And it could even be ready to receive a material blessing. And this is also when something is preparing you. So oftentimes our parents prepare us to go to school, or the world itself, maybe age, maybe money. It prepares us to do something. So this is having receipts in your hand. It's literally having the textbook in your hand. It's having, we call that the source material or the script. And then this is the cup runneth over. So this is when something gets put in. So it could be, typically somebody puts a donation in the offering pot. It's when an anointing comes in, very specific though, typically with the Three of Cups. It has something to do specifically, not in entirety. It's not one of those entirety cards. But this also was like, it can happen, or the solution can happen, or it's easy, it's feasible, it's reasonable. And then we have this Ace of Swords. So that's some kind of truth or yes answer. And then we have this Queen of Wands. So I woke up hearing Psalmsy Wamsy and a money affirmation, and it seems to be everyone is, I don't know what's going on. There's just something going on where we're becoming unblocked, we're becoming unobstructed, the diversions are ending, the theft is going away. So, you know, this morning there's a theme for me about continuation. I don't know who that's relevant for. Maybe I'm doing too much self-disclosure. You know, there's this chant, money comes to me easily, frequently, fast. Money loves my company. When money comes at last, it continues on. That affirmation continues on. Then you go, you know, joy comes to me easily, frequently, fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes at last, love comes to me easily, frequently, fast. Love enjoys my company. When love comes at last, and then you go on, then you usually personalize it. You know, me, I like peace, I like tranquility, I like rest, I like ample free time. You know, my personal mantra is, you know, I finish my task ahead of time and opportunities come right on time. That's kind of like my personal mantra. And then I don't worry about the rest. You know, as a priestess, you're usually deeply taken care of. You don't have to worry. And some people aren't in alignment with that, but that's what I'm getting. And so it says here on our side, we're focused on getting a yes. We're focused on getting what we want. And on this other side, I don't think there is another side. On the lower side of the part that's awakening, we're being awakened. We're being driven. We're being guided. And for me, what I'm seeing, not just for myself, I'm seeing the continuation because we kind of know what's going on. Nothing is absolutely new. There's just a continuation. So, like, if we went to school and we got that knowledge and we got that college, then now we're going out for that master's. Or if we got that bike and we were in training wheels for a while, now we're getting our training wheels taken off. Or if we got that goal, if we got that dream, if we got that aspiration, if some of the manifestation came in, now the story behind the cycle or the process or the experience is being unfolded, you know? So like if we saw the writing on the wall, great, now we're learning who wrote that thing, who was the actual author of the writing on the wall. So like more will be revealed. Again, I keep triangulating back to the fellowship. More will be revealed. More has been revealed. It's kind of what I'm getting. So for me, you know, it's similar, like, you know, a jack of all trades is a master of none. There's more to that story. It goes on to say, but still is better than a master of none. So a jack of all trades is a master of none, but it's still better than a master of one. There's always more. We always just get a little tiny snippet, and that often is what the Bible, which basically means base instructions before leaving Earth, or talks to about the Papa Bull, the Bible, the two bulls, which always reminds me of the chariot. So, like, I'm not religious in the sense of I look for spirituality outside of myself. I don't let a book tell me how to do what to do. To me, the Bible and the Quran and the Torah, they're either a book of law or a science. And again, religious scholars might talk about this, especially of a non-Christian faith. You know, like a lot of Islamic scholars, they look at the Quran as scientifically, and I really enjoy that. And I have them all here. I have the Bhagavad Gita, I have the Mahabharata, I have even the Satanic Bible, the Quran, the Torah, I have the Bible, I have it all. I even have hymnals and the book, the gospel, the Gnostic Gospels. I'm still looking for a few of the Apocrypha, you know. I even have different versions of the Bible, like the Recovery Bible included. So there's something here where more is being revealed, or something is like extra or ancillary or auxiliary. It's being added. The accoutrements, something's being dressed up here. And I have been seeing the number 216 a lot, and I just looked at my clock and it was 12:16. We've been recording for 12 minutes, 16 seconds. Oh. Okay. So yeah, so there's something starting here. Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Moon card, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's starting to make sense. This is telling me that we've been under some kind of either mirage, illusion, delusion, confusion. There was a hidden agenda and ulterior motive. There might have been hidden enemies, hidden elements that were acting against us or at us or towards us that we didn't know. The tables are turning, because it says over the last 2 months, we've been aligning deeper into our own energy. So the forces that be that were acting upon us are now becoming the forces that are now behind us. And it can be global, but global to me, I would see like a couple different combinations. I don't have it yet. Because not only are we receiving the truth, Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles, but we're receiving a creative new beginning. Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles. We're entering into a union with the divine, or we're deepening a union with the divine. What I'm seeing is we're renewing our vows to our spiritual self. In spirit, that's the thing about the word Indian. The actual Indians did never call themselves Indians, not to modern lore. Like Africans never called themselves Africans until recently. They were Ankebuli in Africa. The Indians were Hindustani. Indian means in Deus, those who live in God. God means operator, generator, destroyer. Generator, operator, destroyer. It doesn't necessarily mean, because I believe God is alive in us. God means that you have an activated third eye to me. I believe in a source, a creator. I do believe in an almighty being. I do believe in that. But not necessarily how it's taught or how it's described. Yeah, for some reason, I'm hearing that money comes to me easily, frequently, fast. Money loves my company. When money comes, it lasts. I don't know why that's relevant, because that's not my personal mantra. I'm into joy and peace and serenity right now. I'm really about that. I'm on one of those soft life, blissful life, peaceful life, tranquil life, little journeys right now. What I'm getting here is that some kind of, either it could be magic. I don't think so yet. Yeah, I mean, a little bit is here, but not enough. Um, I'm getting that something is turning around. Something is reversing. Something is, yeah, reversing. King of Swords, with the Ace of Swords that's putting out, yeah, okay, the magic is here. King of Swords, Devil, Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there is. The table is turning. Yeah. King of Wands, Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, Lover's card. Let's keep going. Don't worry, be happy. Well, that's interesting because we do have a warthog on one of these cards. I just saw it. I don't know. Here's a story about a fun time road. No fun, no. Don't worry. I don't know what's going on. Be happy. Well, I told you the vibe that I'm on is that peaceful, tranquil vibe. I'm on that one. No, my mantra isn't about money. It's joy comes to me easily, frequently, fast. Joy loves my company. When joy comes, it lasts. There's just a lot of secular non-believers that I'm in those environment surrounding locations right now, and I can't handle that. I'm sorry if I got to explain certain things to you. It's not one hop. I'm out. And I also believe God don't live on Google. So, I hate being told, how do you know that? Where does it say that? I cannot find that on Google. It's hard for me not to laugh in that person's face. I know it's not so nice of me. Maybe not so kind of me either. I'm sorry, baby, but you gotta go. Okay, I had to let that out. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, Temperance card, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords. Oi, oi. Okay. So Three of Swords with this Eight of Pentacles down here already tells me that there is some kind of, rukukuraka kabruharia, strigeria beladeria here. And the Temple Kitty is watching me with her eye. I see her she won't take her eyes off me, so something's going on. Um, And then we also do have the devil here with the moon card. So that means the oath breaker, the covenant breaker. That's the Leviathan. I don't like that. Ooh. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. So this tells me that something was successful. There was this energy, entity, ideology that had built up their life or built up their foundation or built up their whole, house of cards on our suffering. Nine of Swords. That they had essentially lodged some type of sustained and successful attack. They had lobbed energy at us consistently. That's the Eight of Pentacles as well. Once a spell starts working, you can kind of cement it in and just and have it feed off itself. And they did plant the energy because the Seven of Pentacles, the beginning of it working is on the side over here. The Six of Pentacles would be information from the spirit about what works, what doesn't work, what it has eroded expansion, what doesn't have eroded expansion. The Six of Pentacles gives you a lot of data. It's like a printout or getting test results back, but like a whole panel, not just like one little read. Um, Yeah, so it seems like because the Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, that's a series of successful magic spells. Especially if the Eight of Pentacles is out with the moon, and we have both. We have the moon, the Eight of Pentacles, the devil. So this is brigado, baneful brigado here. Now, I do want to say that we're protected through all of this. The Lover's card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. What that means is that the tables are turning. Yes, we were under this group of people that were attacked, Nine of Swords, Lover's card. That some energy did kind of come at us, come for us. They came for us. Nine of Swords. But now we've healed or whatever out of that. The way that I'm hearing this, because Ten of Swords, this magic is breaking, and also this energy has damned themselves. Unfortunately, this energy was chosen once upon a time. They probably fell from grace. I don't see it, but that's just kind of how this works. Because what they have successfully done is to cancel out their favor. Ten of Cups is where they were born. That's where their spirit or their soul, well, their spirit originates. Their soul originates out of the watchers. So this is interesting because they were initially born of heaven, and then that got canceled out, Ten of Swords. And then where they were residing was the watchers, and there is a rank amongst the watchers of the whole 200. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. 1/3 of the angels fell from grace. That means 2/3 were left in heaven. Okay. Now, of the 1/3, most of them decided to stay with the devil because they were all given an opportunity to leave the devil and start earning back their favor. But the way that it was told was like, okay, your angel wings are no longer white, they are now black, but you still have wings. Instead of having 6 to 12 wings, you're only going to have 2, and those wings are going to be black. Okay. Now, some of those beings, if they wanted to keep their wings, if they wanted to keep their wings and still work for the devil, they turned into monsters, the ones that on wings. Kind of similar to gargoyles, but a large majority of gargoyles are actually aligned with the light. Okay. But it would look similar to what like peacock wings. So they're all these different rainbow colors, but they're not white. Okay. But they're still feathered. Okay. Now, of the 1/3, only 200 eventually came back to the light. They never received their white angel wings back. However, they still have wings. Now, of those 200 that came back, 20 of them were given some kind of higher rank in the order of the fallen, and we call those, the 200 that came back, we call those the watchers. And of the watchers, 20 of them received like a rulership rank among the watchers. So we have this here. We have those who fell from grace and still kept their wings, and then those who got the ranking. So we went from 1/3 of the fallen to 200 of the watchers to 20 of the watchers that are rulers. Does that make sense? I'm going to repeat that just one more time. Of the 1/3 that fell from heaven, 200 of them received a title of watchers. Of the 200 watchers, 20 of them became rulers of the watchers. Okay. Now, it's confirmed here that that's definitely it. Okay. I'm just going to say 3 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. They were cursed and they were found guilty. 7 of Pentacles, Temperance. They did do some healing recovery. 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. They were excised from heaven. They never can go again into the Imperium where God's throne is. 10 of Swords, Moon card. They're the watchers. That's the watchers. They watch over damnation and purgatory. Of those, some of them have a rank Ace of Swords Moon card. They have a chiefdom. Okay. I'm hearing for some reason it's important to tell you that they no longer have an EL to their name, like Michael, Gabriel, Seraphiel, Jeremiel. They no longer Uriel, Ariel, Haniel. They no longer have an IEL. They have an Uzzah or an Ezer on their name. Similar to Nebuchadnezzar. And don't forget, Scrooge is one of the Ezers. So 10 of Pentacles is actually, when you see the 10s, when you see the 7s, when you see a 1, 4, 7, or 10 in the tarot, especially the minor arcana, it does refer to an angel. Most people don't know. When you see a 2, 5, 8, or Jack, it does refer to a child of God, like a knight. It does refer to a child of God. For instance, the Page of Cups, that's an 11. The Knight of Cups, that's a 14. Is this like, this is some kind of educational video, it feels. Okay, so we have a Knight of Swords here. That's Order of the Thrones. Knight of Swords with the Lovers card, that could be Mars in Gemini. It's here. It can also be Gemini rising with Mars in the first house or the third house. Queen of Swords with the Lovers card, that's a Virgo rising. I mean, Queen of Wands with the Lovers card, that's a Virgo rising. King of Wands with the Lovers card, that's a Pisces rising. Temperance card with the King of Wands, that's the Sun in Sagittarius or a Pisces rising. King of Swords with the Lovers card, that's a Gemini Sun or a Virgo rising. So we got Virgo rising and Pisces rising here. Definitely true with the moon and then, yeah. We have the moon card out. I see. I see. I see. Yeah, so there was this thing that happened upon the earth. For a long time, there was some kind of cabal or system or structure. There was this secret that 98% of the surface of the planet didn't know. Less than 2% of the surface of the planet was let in on a little secret about the incarnational cycle. I want to say it differently, like some of us took the red pill. This is the Three of Swords. It's called triangulation. It's also the abyss is the Three of Swords, especially if the moon or the hangman is out. This is the abyss. And honestly, it's the story of the fall. Now, we don't have the event here. The event of the fall is Five of Swords Tower card. This is the story of the fall. It could be talking about what led up to it or what happened since. And this is talking about what happened since. Yeah, here's the story about a man I wrote. No, 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 don't worry. Be happy. So we found joy, we found love. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death and take a look at my life. Okay, I don't know the lyrics, but I love me some Tupac. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, now I'm getting this. Ah, so I understand everything fully now. Okay, so for a long time, most of the people on the surface of the planet were unawakened, unhealed. It's not specifically about the unhealed, unawakened, those living in some kind of low vibrational sin. It was actually the suffering or perceived suffering that was going on because life has pain. You either deal with the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. You can deal with fear for 5 minutes or you can deal with regret forever. It's up to you. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, there you go. Also, you get to choose your pain. Life is going to be hard, but hard is different than complex or difficult. Not everything needs to be difficult. Not everything needs to be complex. Meaning it's simple, not easy. It's not necessarily going to come with great ease, but it's simple. It's A plus B equals C. 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's always going to be that. God is the great magician. Okay. So this pain, this triangulation, it's actually a mechanism of awakening. And for a very long time, we were living in a time where the secret of life, the Papa Bull, the basic instructions before leaving Earth, was withheld. If you're born into the physical, if you're born into the body and you don't master the law of love, you don't master the lesson of love, being open hearted with a smile on your face, a pep in your step, with your soul and your spirit dancing inside your body, you're going to have this miserly, embittered experience. I'm hearing endurance, which for me is just endurance. I don't actually think that is a word, endurance, but I'm hearing that endurance. If you don't learn to endure, which you never endure. You go on in spite of, meaning you have something bigger, broader, and better. If your why isn't big enough, you're gonna fall. If the why is big enough, the how doesn't matter. That's really what I'm getting. So as we carry on, go on, we get into this little period of suffering or pre-suffering, which means that we either choose courage or we choose fear. We choose pain or we choose suffering. A lack of choice is a choice. A lack of action is an action, and we choose strength. We choose courage. We choose our pain. And in a sense, that purifies us because, austerity cleanses. Suffering purifies. We don't have to suffer. But if we don't struggle, we will suffer. Okay. Adversity is the catalyst for success. Conflict breeds change. If we avoid conflict, we suffer. If we run from adversity, we suffer. A little bit of adversity, we find success. Adversity is the catalyst to success. Conflict breeds change. A diamond is only a diamond because it gets put under a lot of pressure. Iron is only iron because it was strengthened in the fire. It was tempered in the fire. And we have temperance here. Central to this whole thing, we have temperance. Okay. So as we find ourselves, that's when we get to this Queen of Cups status with the lovers. That's when we become chosen. Or we return to our chosen status. Because in order to have this cup runneth over, Ace of Cups, which isn't here, but Three of Cups, to have our prayers answered, to return, to reunite with the divine grace, we need to learn a lesson, and the lesson is devil. So ignorance and falsities. We will succumb to ignorance and falsities unless our heart is open and pure, unless we are guided by faith, not by sight. If we become a friend of the world, there's the Bible verse. If we become a friend of the world, we will surely perish. I don't know where that Bible verse is right now, but back to verse 19 of Psalms chapter 119, verse 19. I am a stranger in the earth, hide not thy commandments from me. The biggest commandment of all is to love. Just love, be love, see love, seek love. Love, be love, see love, seek love. The lover's card. So if we successfully defended our position here upon the earth and had our prayers answered, Three of Cups, Queen of Wands, we would have had to be love, see love, seek love. That would have opened up the door for us to negotiate, navigate. Negotiate, navigate is the Two of Pentacles. That's also the best way to deal with the devil. Somebody here may have their Jupiter in either the 10th house or in Capricorn. Two of Pentacles, Devil card, Wheel of Fortune. That's a definite confirmation here. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands means we're vying for a spot here. We also have the King of Wands, which means we're dealing with witches and warlocks. We could be also seeing that somebody has their Jupiter in the 12th house or in the sign of Pisces, Moon card in the 10 of Cups. Somebody has their Sun in Gemini or in the 3rd house. That's the Lovers in the 10 of Swords. Somebody has their Mars in Gemini or in the 3rd house. That's the 9 of Swords and the Lover's card here. So that's what I'm getting. Let's confirm here in this reading, because it seems to be taking a long time, first thing I want to do is this Sun and Gemini, the Nine of Swords, excuse me, the Ten of Swords and the Lover's card. Because what the fallen want to do is test us. The angels usually assist us, but the fallen angels test us. The fallen angels, they guard the lower creation, which is purgatory and hell. Purgatory and inferno, the condemnation, and yeah. So that's the Nine of Swords. We get put into a situation where we need to choose light or dark. Okay, so we're not doing Ten of Swords and the Lover's card. We're doing Nine of Swords and the Lover's card right now, and we got the reunion. So that's the moment when we have an opportunity to be our own worst enemy, to form a resentment, or we get to move in love. And love is blind here. We're either guided by faith, and not by sight, or we get to choose to become miserly and embittered. La nemica. This is the person holding a resentment. Okay. And because something happened, the fall or disgracia, remember I said falling from grace? It could also just be, but falling from grace or being hurt or having something that brings the truth to the surface, we're walking right into love. But sometimes we can't see love, because the only way to not receive God's love is to believe that you're not worthy of it. So the only way not to get to heaven is to not believe in it. But the thing about it is that the road to heaven is paved with hardship, and the road to hell is paved with ease. We always ask the question amongst religious circles. I've heard the question a lot. Why do good people that are pious and faithful go through great suffering, and those who are wicked, sinister, and evil usually have great riches and lots of accolades? Well, they're in a gilded cage. Hell locks from the inside and heaven locks from the outside. What does that mean? Well, it's easy to get into hell and hard to leave, and it's easier to leave heaven than it is to get in. Meaning, if you make it amongst the chosen, if you make it amongst the heavenly beings, it's easier to lose your angel wings than it is to earn them. But it's easier to get into hell than it is to leave. Hell locks from the inside, heaven locks from the outside. The Lovers card in the Three of Cups, that's also Eden. Eden actually is a petri dish for creation. It's not necessarily paradiso. Okay. I'll be right back. So we did the Nine of Swords and the Lover's card. Let's do this. Okay. I was going to say, let's do this Knight of Swords and the Lover's card. So some people are being attacked, Nine of Swords, or hunted or targeted energetically, especially because there's some type of chosen energy on them. The light, our anointing is clear. And some people want to be attached to us because of what we have coming in our future. And they're not going to tell us why they're attached to us. This is part of it. Oftentimes people will know that we're chosen before we will. And they'll look at us and they'll only come toward us because of what they think we can offer them, when in reality they're fallen. So that's the thing. The fallen test us, And the angels that still have grace, they are the ones that help us. So some people aren't helping. It's the lifestyle. What's this Ten of Swords Lovers card? Yeah, so it's something about the anointing. It's something about the reactivation, the awakening. You know, we come to Earth for a specific reason, and that specific reason needs to be put to bed, needs to be addressed. Because a thing about being born upon the Earth in this third dimension is we forget. So that we have free will. That's the reason that we forget our incarnational cycle. We remember it in the fourth dimension, but we don't have a body. So the reason for that is free will. There is such a free will in the rest of the universe, but it goes off who you are as a person. You can decide who you are as a person here in this incarnation. That's not something we see in other incarnations. We actually remember who we are everywhere else, so we incarnate except here. In this school, in this house, we become who we are. That's just something to be aware of. We don't have much more energy to clarify here, so let's do it. We have something about the Ten of Cups and the Moon card. And then we got to do the Two of Pentacles and the Devil. And then the King of Wands and the Temperance card. Okay. So the Ten of Cups and the Moon. Yeah, so a lot of people are living in illusion, delusion, confusion, alegria. They're contrived. They really want to trick us up out of our spot. They want delirante could mean missing your spot, being tricked out of your spot, delirium. They want us to perpetuate some kind of false reality. They want to see if we're still stuck in the matrix, really, so that they can get some type of triggering event where we have to come back again in order to receive our rank in heaven. See, a lot of the people ruling right now in terms of government and the colonizer controller, they're really some type of lineage either to the Grand Dukes of Hell or to the fallen. But the fallen that are reincarnated, they're trying to get their angel wings back. Okay, so I said the Two of Pentacles and the Devil. Yeah, so it's anesthetization. Some people want to see if we're lulled to sleep with the spell of Kingu, melancholia, if we're distracted, lost in a daze and confused, not awakening. A lot of times they want to check and see our temperature. They want to see if we're in that Five of Cups energy. Mm-mm, mm-mm. They want to see if we're in that Five of Cups energy, you know, not paying attention to the future, but being, mm-mm. Okay, and then we're gonna do this King of Wands with, oops, okay. So this is a test, this Eight of Swords here, this Desperado de Pegelosia. It's a test because a lot of times they know that it's going to end. The blockages that the system that they belong to have. So the blockages that the Matrix has created, they're about to end. A lot of us are going to choose either the new earth or the new world order. And the new world order is a perpetuation of purgatory upon the earth. And the new earth is a returning to the Garden of Eden. Queen of Wands with this card, please. Thank you. Yeah, so the powers that be, the colonizers and controllers, they only rule the sovereignty of those who are asleep. those who are lost in the matrix. And remember the dedication of merit. Um, you know, this is a prayer for all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in the seas of time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine in unconditional love and universal oneness. With those who have yet to be saved, those who have yet to heal and awaken. Now, some of them choose it. That's why I also say, I pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find redemption and salvation in this lifetime. If you're carrying around hurt in your heart, then you're trapped. You're somewhere below Eden and above Tartarus, the pit, above the abyss. But I'm going to sit here and put a prayer for those who are about to awaken, those who can see themselves, those who are hiding the love in their heart because they're fearful, they have a resentment, they have an expectation of some kind. Expectations are premeditated resentment. And that's a sickness of the soul and illness of the spirit. We also have Queen of Cups with the moon card here. That's a Pisces moon or a Sagittarius rising. We definitely have a Sagittarius rising here. Yeah, so a lot of us are going to be lifted up. There's going to be some kind of revelation soon. We're going to get that missing piece, or we're going to have some type of healing or divine assist. No king. Yeah, anesthetization. A lot of us are asleep. I want to see what this King of Swords with the Lover's card is. So that's supreme authority, really, is what I'm getting. Because honestly, we need to put our faith in the divine because there's something about the earth that's hidden. There's a secret. And if we have an open heart and joy, and if we're waiting on the salvation, that's better. If we're waiting on some kind of con, some kind of scam, some kind of racket, that's actually going to get us trapped in purgatory because we'll be perpetuating some type of. We need to wait for the revelation, the second coming. And listen, I know believing in the Bible is difficult, but what I have learned and what I have seen, I've only been professionally a priestess since 2012. So what is that, 13 years? But I've been a priestess for 20 years, and I've been a practitioner for 30 this coming November. What I have seen for those who begin to reincorporate the Bible into their life is that the God that we know and the Bible as we know it is not the truth. So if we rejected that for some kind of reason, what we were rejecting was the dogma. What we were rejecting was the colonizer controller. What we were rejecting was the conditioning and the programming. That's what we were rejecting. If it's hidden in plain sight, we don't want to be so adamant in our position that we miss what's right in front of us. We can make the Bible our own. We can make God our own, or said differently, we can reclaim it because it has been bastardized. It has been denigrated. Does that make sense? I don't believe that the God of the Bible is this almighty being living on some throne in the clouds. There is a spirit that permeates, penetrates, and perpetuates the universe. There is an almighty spirit. It's not as it's taught in the Bible. That God of the Bible is a lower being. And many people don't understand or don't like that or don't agree with that. Okay. Blessings to your healing and awakening. The God that's taught in the Bible is really us. It's our higher self. So I think we've got everything here. I want to know what this Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So those are both Virgo energies, and it's corresponding to this Queen of Cups here. Yeah, so if we're working on an awakening, if we're working on what we know this new earth is going to be, if we're working on a return to the divine instead of this melancholia, this all the problems that we see in today's world, if we're focused on all of the bad that's going, the wars and the famine and the hunger and the poverty and the this and the that, the narcissists walking the surface of the planet, which are really demons, that's going to be, you know, to be happy right now, it feels like this toxic positivity, this lackadaisical, like, why don't you do something? Why don't you be the change you want to see in the world? You have to be love. You have to walk forward with a smile on your face, love in your heart, and a pep in your step. You do have to do that. It doesn't need to be contrived, but you do need to find your kind of own source. It's not out there what the thing that we're seeking. It doesn't announce itself. We have to put this delirium to bed. We have to take the red pill. We have to sit there and go down the rabbit hole. Is what I'm hearing. So let's look at some of these combinations. We have a triple 10, 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles, 10 of swords. So that's heaven on earth, 10 of pentacles, the eternal kingdom, 10 of cups, and damnation, 10 of swords. So the hustle, that flow, that grind, or the projection itself, 8 of pentacles. The system and the structure as it is designed to strip us of our divinity, to harvest our energy, and to leave us in some kind of untouchable, unwanted place. It's to cast us out and down. And it's intentional because they need us to be what's called in a jar. They need us in an energetic barrier, but they need us to also give to it. So that is also what's coming, some kind of new world order. So what's with this double queen? The Queen of Cups, the beloved, and the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, celebrity. Queen of Swords is the widow. You know, Pentacles is the golden goose. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles just popped over, but it's not here in the main reading. Yep, and we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is here. That's the celebrity. Or the officiant, the celebrant, the one that's being celebrated. Okay, so this is actually 7 of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. I know they're both sunflowers. This is the Queen of Wands. This is the 7 of Pentacles. So it's saying witchcraft. That's what it's talking about. They need us to believe in the system as it is. They need us to believe in the world that is. If we go inside or we see esoteric or occult practices, that's why they don't like witches. That's why they want you to be, because you can either pay your taxes to the government or you can pay your tithes to the temple. They don't want us paying our tithes to the temple unless that temple is the church. And the church is one of the 5 filters of reality: media, religion, education, government, and politics. Those are the 5 filters of reality. So what's with this double king here? The truth. So an alliance, a partnership. We need to ourselves take massive action to get back our sovereignty, King of Swords, and that's the truth. Because there is a promise on our life, 10 of Pentacles, but we run the risk of it being Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords. They need us, Queen of Swords, to be trapped, 8 of Swords, to be second guessing. They need to rule over, wrangle us down with rule, regulations, and restrictions. And that's essentially how they lower our vibration to a place where we can't be saved. Once you get from the 5 to the 6, you can be saved. The 5 is the lowest of the low in terms of energetic frequency vibration. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. We did have some combinatory energy in terms of the King and Queen of Wands. So let's see what that's talking about. Because that could be witch or warlock, or that could be a ruler. Yeah. So this is mirror magic, using our energy to do divine things. They would be using us as a battery in that way. Or it could be securing your position, or this could be somebody that's miserly and bitter. That's Four of Pentacles or the Five of Cups, miserly bitter. Or it could be being rigid in your boundaries and demeanor. Let's see what this actually is. Yeah, so they're trying to use us, our heart chakra, and our spiritual power in order to bring in worldly change. Eights talk about things manifesting on a worldly stage. Seven talks about things manifesting on a personal stage. And they're also they're trying to keep us from evolving, from maturing spiritually, and from withdrawing from the matrix. So what we need to do is secure our open heart by aligning with the divine, Two of Cups, and not just detaching, but withdrawing, Four of Cups, Eight of Cups. Okay, so what do the King and Queen of Wands actually mean here? Yeah, I think it's choosing not to settle. Hold on, let's see for sure what that means. Yeah, juggling. We suddenly, what does that say here? Unsatisfied and feels alone with someone, while with someone. Your wants, needs, and desires are being chronically unmet, accepting less than what you deserve, and that does not exactly sit right with you. So that's here in the what's already happened. We've already learned that things as they are don't meet our needs. Where we are personally is knowing that we belong to a soul group of awakened ones. And we need to also get back to our person, our twin. So if we come across our twin, that means we've already gone into spiritual union with the divine. That does not happen without going into spiritual union with the divine. Until you do that, you only meet soulmates. Once you align with your purpose upon the earth, you will meet your twin. Because all of the chosen children have a divine counterpart. That's just kind of how it works. We come in pairs from heaven. So we're juggling. What does this juggling mean? Having too much on their plate, dealing with multiple obligations at one time, unable to make decisions based on confused emotions. I'm having a hard time processing what happened between us, juggling my own personal responsibilities. I need time and space to deal with everything. What's happening outside of us with the people coming up against us? Outer turmoil. Battles, arguments, unnecessary conflicts. Feels like their world is falling apart, literally. Physical world filled with chaos, confusion, and destruction. I feel like my life is falling apart and I don't know what to do. Whatever can go wrong has gone wrong, but the one thing that feels right was you. So they see that we're chosen and that they're still lost somewhere in the matrix in the seas of time, something like that. Summer. So things should be blossoming for them. It should be getting close to harvest season, but they're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're still lost in illusion, delusion, confusion, listens to others and disregards their own feelings. They follow the system, structure, foundation, the colonizer, controller. Knowingly goes with other people's plans and ideas without thinking of their own well-being. I followed blindly to what everyone else was telling me. They made me believe our connection wasn't real and that it was just a waste of my time. I know now that that is not true. So that's the divine trying to come back into our life. But these people coming up against us, they ain't got it. They listen to the dogma. They're still trapped in the matrix. They're choosing the new earth because they want to be comfortable, secure. They don't want to deal with that momentary pain. So whatever you if you don't make sacrifices, the things you want get sacrificed. So if you want to be self-employed, if you want that boo, if you want that bay, and you don't do the work, the prerequisite work to get there, that's actually what you're sacrificing. I'm going to pull one more card because we left some cards on the table. Yeah, so triggered. That's this Nine of Swords as well, with the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Swords together is a trigger. People, places, and things remind them of you. Panic, feels, overwhelms, cries, and acts out, withdrawn, or reacts defensively. Strong, uncomfortable emotional reactions to something that wouldn't ordinarily cause a great response. I get so emotional when your name comes up, or when I see you, or when I see something that reminds me of you. You trigger something inside of me that caused me to feel uncomfortable in my own skin. I don't understand those emotions. So a lot of this is the battle of the fallen. Yep. Because they're supposed to be looking for salvation and redemption in this life, to see if they can get restored into grace. That's what I'm saying. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. This was the battle of the fallen. It was the story of what we go through here upon the earth as we manifest it into the spirit. And Jesus died for our sins means if we don't return to the unconditional love and the universal oneness, then we will somehow be lost to illusion, delusion, and confusion. There's one thing that we need to do is to ensure that we have an open heart. That's the terms and conditions for making it back perfectly unscathed through this incarnation. We all make mistakes. You have to forgive yourself on who you have to be to get to where you are. Sometimes you need to grieve and mourn. And the way to open that gate back up, the way to make it through the river Styx, the way to pay carry-on or Chiron on the river Styx, the ferryman on the underworld, is to make sure that we have an open heart. We need to choose love. We need to see love. We need to be love. And that's the secret. Okay. Making sure that we said everything. Yep, that's it. So until we meet again, Namaste, Dandavat, and Ashe, let me go ahead and say the dedication of merit to all those still lost out there to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost to the seas of time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine in unconditional love and universal oneness. Ho'oponopono, we love you, we're sorry, please forgive us, thank you. We pray that your steps are ordered, your path illuminated, and that you find redemption and salvation in this lifetime. May you be happy, may you be whole, may you be well, may you be at peace. May you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, Namaste, Dandavat, and Ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, Avidazain. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, the concession, send a donation, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.